As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
We arrived at the location at approximately 20,000 feet in a controller called merge plat, which means that our radar blip was now in the same resolution cell as the contact. As we looked around, we noticed that we saw some whitewater off our right side. It's important to note that the weather on this day was as close to perfect as you could ask for off the coast of San Diego. Clear skies, light winds, calm seas, no whitecaps from waves. So the whitewater stood out in a large blue ocean.
Josh, where's the campsite? It's coming up just ahead over there.
Are you scared of the dark?
Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm with my friends. I'm okay.
Field of Geeks presents
The Super Unknown.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Super Unknown. I'm Josh.
I'm Juan.
I'm Dave.
It's been a bit, but we're back finally. Mach 2, if you will.
Got the band back together.
Yeah. It's like in the Muppets, right? Road trip.
Take Manhattan.
I was at a bar and Oxy cleaning it up, and
Oh yeah,
inside joke.
it's an oxy thing.
So the drink for the show today is Busch Light Peach with Mountain Dew.
I finished mine.
Yeah.
This-
Well, how'd you like it?
Actually, really good.
It was strangely tasty.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
James Norton is a local guy who makes drinks on like TikTok and so on, YouTube. He has a great following. Anyway, this is one of the drinks. So,
You recommend it?
yeah, he did. He said that's actually really good. So it's like half Mountain Dew, half Busch Light Peach, and we were out of it for a while, and then I was out of town and found some. I was like, oh well, I'll pick it up.
See,
okay.
it's like two awful things that have come together to make something better.
You don't like peaches?
I don't like Busch Light.
That's fair.
It's like when two ugly people make a beautiful baby, right?
I've seen that actually. I've actually seen that.
Oh yeah, it's proven.
And I was like, who is this gorgeous model? And you made this?
Like Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
Sure did.
You made this? You guys?
There was something else involved, I'm sure.
You guys used magic,
OxyClean.
didn't you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
There was a smell. There was oxy mixed in there. It was an oxy night. That's why it's so clean.
Take the ugly right out of here.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. You don't know much about the oxy thing, but
It was a pre-show thing we were
pre-show.
talking about.
maybe
So-
Josh will throw a little nugget at you.
Yeah. Yes. So throughout like all our lives, UFOs have been a thing. Whether or not you believe in them or not, they've been a huge phenomenon. And so recently, we finally had like a government hearing go down to talk about this phenomenon because a lot of people who are credible sources came forward to, say, hey, I saw these things. Pretty nuts. A lot of people think it might be a distraction because of, the whole world seems like it's kind of in the toilet right now.
Flux.
Like, take our minds off of other things. Like it's a distraction. Who knows? It is odd though.
It's one hell of a
I
distraction.
never thought this happened. And
Take me to your leader.
yeah, for the most part, yeah,
Please don't.
for the most part. But yeah, what were you guys' thoughts when all this UFO like seriousness was happening around, and it's still happening? There's more hearings to come.
I'd be honest with you. I wasn't even really paying attention, so the distraction worked if it is one. Because, well, no, it didn't take.
No, it didn't
actually.
work for
It didn't
you,
take-
yeah.
It didn't take.
Yeah.
Sitting it backwards. So, like, I care. But I don't.
Yeah.
I care. Like, I mean, until I see the little green or blue person, I'm not really sold
Well,
on
that's the
it.
thing. I think we're in a state where we won't even, it's just like if you believe in Jesus coming back and he comes back, none of us are going to believe it.
No.
Same with aliens. We have CGI technology. We have awesome cosplay costumes. There was a recent report, even footage of someone on a New York subway, I believe, and they were in like this alien makeup. I mean, didn't know for sure, but it was just this person sitting in the subway.
Oh, was it a little? It's like almost like a white, looked like a Star Trek character.
Oh, it was like green, and they were like wearing,
I think it is
wearing
green,
a gown or something. But you know, they could really probably be amongst us if they're real, and they could probably blend in now because we would just assume like, oh, that's a great costume. You know, it's not like the 40s. We're like, oh my gosh, and they were
really
afraid
good
of
at
everything, including a radio show. Yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy about it. And maybe that's why we're getting this now, is because they're like, hey, we blend right in. People won't question us.
Humans don't care.
And if they do, we'll just say, yeah, we're cosplayers, or we're in character, so we're not going to really, take our mask off and so on. It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
But yeah, what about you, Dave? What'd you think about all this UFO stuff?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's such a vague term, so it has to exist. Like, unidentified flying objects.
Right. It doesn't exactly mean alien. I think over time people came to that realization, like, there's experimental aircraft all the time, and
But I mean, the thing is like, if you just kind of look at it, like, I mean, alien life has to exist, right? It's a mathematical improbability that it doesn't.
So much out there.
It would be like looking in a tide pool on a beach, not finding something, and saying, "Oh well, there's no life in the rest of the ocean."
Right.
It's like it's not going to happen because I didn't find it in this one little section that I was looking.
And the deeper you go in the ocean, the more the creatures look so alien. I mean, it's crazy. They look like xenomorphs from aliens. It's
They're
crazy.
terrifying.
Yeah.
There's people like, you'll watch YouTube enough, and then you'll see like somebody pull something out of the ocean and be like, "What the fuck's that?"
Pretty much.
No, I don't know. And then somebody in the comments will be like, "Oh yeah, that's a blah blah blah." But it's just like, they could be here, and then you'd be like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" I mean, they may have come and then just dropped in the ocean and swimming about. And then, like,
Yeah, we prefer water.
Yeah, and then you bring them up, and you're like, "Oh, what's that?" And you're like, "Oh, it's blah blah."
Every craft's attracted to water, and they just go right into it. That's where they disappear to.
They always do.
There's so much weird looking shit there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 70% of the planet is water.
And it's accepted.
Probably a
It's like,
good chance that they dropped into
And
the
they
ocean.
said we only study about 4 to 6% of that.
Oh, yeah, dude, we know more about the surface of Mars than we do in the ocean.
Yeah.
So if there's aliens here already, they're in the ocean.
Yeah.
I agree. I just think that, like, if aliens walked among us, I think they would just have to kind of, like, put out a disclaimer. I know you think of us as probers. None of us probe. Those are the Martians. That's their thing.
They really enjoyed it.
Totally
when
different
we,
solar system, bro.
When we were all masked up, they really enjoyed it. Like, oh, we can finally come out.
Yeah, we can do anything.
That's not going to be anytime soon. I mean, we can't even get over the fact that, some dudes like other dudes.
Yeah.
Like, how we're going to how are you going to deal with, like, an alien?
Hot.
Right? Yeah, like, oh, well, that guy looks different than me. I don't like him. And then you're like, oh, that's not even, like, people get upset if you're from, like, you have a different passport. Now you remove that and say you come from a different planet. Oh.
Yeah.
People lose their minds.
Well, there's the opposite of that. The other side of that coin. Oh, you're from what planet?
Well, I mean, hey.
It's kind of hot.
The rule in Canada is that it always gets cold enough.
It gets cold enough. Move on in, buddy. Fam. You guys are only like, 3 pounds apiece, right?
Yeah, like it's not gay if it's for heat.
It's not even.
Just joking, too.
We're in a different. You're a totally different species. You're a totally different life forms. Yeah, we're good.
Well, it's like that guy on Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Shalhoub.
When
And she's like, her tentacles are coming up. He's like,
hey.
Well,
I don't judge.
If they
Everyone's got their
came-
thing.
Oh, you
came
know
to
there's
be
people out there
present,
that are into
I mean, imagine the porn industry would not be, bored.
Oh yeah, they would have new actors for sure. They'd have new actors.
searches for tentacles would be going on.
Those actors would be like, yeah, I can't compete. He's got way too much equipment. He's got way too much equipment.
He's got 40 of them. Oh my god.
I don't even know where to start with this. Just work my way up.
And And this is why they have not let themselves be known. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
they see our culture. I'm sure they tune into
There's
our,
someone gonna try to
They watch
do
Fox
something.
News.
They stream. Oh gosh, that would suck, wouldn't it?
What if that's what we were blasting into the space? It's just Fox News. Like, oh.
You mean there's like a whole box of Trump steaks on a satellite? It's just barely held together. It's like a big cheese wheel on it, and
I think it could be kind of. I think it's more like something like they might just have like obnoxious voices, like something that's so irritating and screechy to us.
Yeah.
That they're just like, yeah, we shouldn't say much.
they're gonna target Bud Light like Kid Rock did
Yeah.
when they come to Earth with a little blaster.
Is that whole Bud Light thing simmered down now?
Yeah, because Kid Rock's drinking it again. So
Oh, is he?
yeah,
Oh, they gave him a check.
they spotted him at a concert, and he's clearly drinking Bud Light. So
He got that check.
Yeah, I mean, like,
He's an alien.
boycott the beer because it tastes like shit. You know?
for the right reasons.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. I never really even drink. Who drinks Bud Light in the first place?
I don't.
Evidently it was the number one, but I'm like, who drinks it?
Well, yeah, a bunch of rednecks that are upset about, you know.
A derp.
Anyway,
Instead of when they open the can, they go Bush to go derp.
A derp. Like,
instead of it's ba-derp-a-derp.
a derp. Now that would be a great interaction.
They just shoot a hole in it and a derp.
Now that'd be a great interaction. The aliens, the first humans they met were rednecks.
Yeah.
And they're like, "This is what you guys are."
Oh, that would be bad.
Like, man, you and your green skin.
Yeah.
He goes in the house, gets a hood. Oh God, that'd be terrible.
They're like, here's some moonshine.
Here's some moonshine.
That's how it crashed in the ocean. They just like fled out of the ship.
They're just like, you know what? We're just gonna hang out in the sea. These lobsters are nicer than you guys.
Yeah, maybe we've been eating aliens all this time,
Well,
right?
they're delicious.
Anything from the sea
If they're cooked right.
Yeah. or anything seafood.
Well, they claim they've found mermaids too, or mermen, mer-people.
Merman.
And I'm like, oh, well,
Mer-gender, not specific.
mer-gender. Yeah. So where the Atlanteans are. Yeah.
Non-gender
So they're searching
specific
for
mer
Aquaman.
people.
Well, you know, if we do have any of these superheroes, I'm kind of like pissed at them. They're kind of
Lazy.
not on your job, buddy.
I
Yeah,
could,
that's
I
what I
could
said. You
fix
said
that, but nah.
you start off with the Jesus coming back. I'm like,
Kardashians are on.
yeah, some people would be like, that's awesome. And the other people would be like, you know, there's like a lot of wars going on lately, buddy. Where are you?
Yeah.
What if, yeah, but like, what if like Jesus did come back? And he was like a total like badass man of action.
But no one would believe it, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we are in society.
Comes back smoking a
like,
cigarette. I see, I hear you guys got some problems.
well, some people think politicians are the second coming of.
My dad had me on detention in timeout, so that's the reason why. Don't blame me.
He's trying a different angle when he comes back. You're saying?
Don't blame me, bro. It's
Sorry about being late.
Sorry about that, guys.
Up there for a bit. Oh,
and
too soon.
and the chicks in heaven are top notch, bro.
Yeah,
Top
there ain't
notch.
70 of them left.
Yes.
He made his rent.
Yeah, they're top notch. I mean, a human 10 compared to
An angel.
a heaven 5.
Oh yeah. You're a heaven 5, but you're an earth 10.
A human 10.
Maybe that's what it is. Those UFOs.
Oh yeah.
It's Jesus.
Or angels. That's in a way of looking at it. Well, think about it. I always give people this kind of example. Take the dumbest son of a gun you know
Okay.
and put him in the front of your head. And then take that person and we're going to put them in, what is it, 6380? I don't know when it said the so-called Jesus walked the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
He or she instantly becomes the smartest person on the planet. Period. Just because of the knowledge they obtained. If they've got their conscious mind, yeah, and they're in that time period,
Yeah.
like time machine or whatever, they're the smartest person on the planet. So if like the way they wrote things, so like you say, if we had a car in that time period, and they said, well, a mighty beast of steel came through the town and made a mighty roar. You know, like that's how they would write it, because they would know technology or the science behind it. So what I'm thinking is, if there was what we would call aliens in that time period, they depicted it as possibly angels. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's just the wording or the slang of their time period.
Or like the Egyptians would see them like with big bird heads.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Stargate.
Stargate. See, so like
It's all real.
well they did that too.
It's
What is
always
it?
an alien.
What is it? Fifth Element. It starts off and the guy's
Oh,
studying
yeah.
the pyramid,
Yeah.
and the aliens come down.
That
to
was a
it.
good movie.
And that's why the
Excellent movie.
DeLoreans went away. They went back in time.
Ooh. We're cracking codes for you guys. You're all
We're
welcome.
gonna get shut down.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All the
The guy behind you, he's welcome too.
Oh,
you're in a coffee shop. The person who served you a coffee,
Yep.
they're welcome.
They're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all effing welcome. They're not gonna shut down the show
no, it's
today.
fine. No, yeah.
Not today.
Well, yeah,
Tomorrow.
let's quickly go over the House Oversight Subcommittee. They held this hearing on UFOs/UAPs, they like to say now, which is unidentified aerial phenomenon, because they don't want to really be on, on point. Like, hey, crazies, you're right, you saw
Do
UFOs.
you think that like it's because, like you said earlier, like they don't want to scare people? But I'm wondering if people would even be scared.
No, I don't think so. And this time, now they wouldn't be, because there's so many theories, like especially conspiracy theories. Like, I don't. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't think we will ever maybe be at a agreeable moment again on something. It seems like we're all kind of, the internet and fake news and so on has kind of just taken us like uncharted territory.
Yeah, I think we kind of blur the lines so much.
Yeah.
And the odd thing is, I think it's gonna sound ridiculous.
That might not.
I think hate would bring us together.
Oh, for aliens or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
People bond together.
that's true.
because when
When they have a
9/11
common enemy.
when 9/11 happened,
Yeah.
all Americans were like, we're together, and
I don't think
basically,
that'll happen
if
again,
if you fit a certain description,
Yeah.
a certain look, and we say, oh, okay, that's the enemy, then everybody, all creeds,
I think-
all sexualities, everything.
Yeah.
I saw that for a moment there. In time.
Oh, and I was a
like,
part of it. I mean,
everybody was like bonding together, and I was
but
like,
I think a majority of us have grown and will question any attempt to target a certain group. I think there's always going to be more questions. Now, I don't know if we will unite. Maybe with an alien threat we would, but the alien threat would have to like do harm to us to start with.
I don't even know if they'd have to do harm.
I don't think they need to.
Just out of
Just-
We seen
just
Independence
be
Day.
there.
We want to. We strike first. We're humans.
we just can't show them the movies. That's
We
the
bang
problem.
bang before
If
we
you saw
ask the questions.
like a big tarantula crawl through, you'd stomp on
Yeah.
it. Why? Because
I'll figure it out later.
and- yeah,
holy
if-
shit! Like
if they-
that could have been the nicest tarantula you've
Tarantula.
ever. Like he
Yeah.
was probably like
It was the talking tarantula when he killed him.
I mean,
and
that,
could say
He's like,
that is a good point.
charming.
That is a good point, because I picture them being humanoid coming from above. Clearly, you see them ascend. Now, yeah, if a big mosquito-looking thing or hornet with a stinger, yeah, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
But even if I see it from a starship, I'll probably be like, I'm afraid of. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good
because I mean,
point.
there's a specific. I mean, if they came down, they look like giant sea otters.
If they're
You'd be like,
adorable,
"Oh,
that's the thing.
They're
That's the
so
thing.
cute.
Bring it
They're
in.
like, and they would
Bring it
like,
in,
and they
bring
were
it in,
like
buddy.
This. And you're like, oh, you'd give it a hug.
Yeah, they have to be adorable.
But the hug is poisonous.
It's just-
Yeah.
and you melt instantly in its arms, and you're like,
Exactly.
and it's like more hugs, please. And like, no, boom, 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 boom. Like,
Yeah,
But, like,
you're right. It has to be something that you will like take in. If it's something hideous, yeah, your instinct will
I
be
think
like kill
people
it.
they're inclined to kill.
That's a good
things
point,
that they don't
'cause-
find cute.
Because yeah, that's how I see it. Like I see them as humanoids. But yeah, if they crawled out and were like all over the ground and then coming up on me, and yeah, that would scare me to death. So yeah, the instinct would be to kill. So yeah, I guess I'll take that back and say yeah, we would unite and do something very stupid.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, and I think that's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
hate would bring us together, like
Yeah.
an oxymoron almost. Like,
It's terrible.
it'd be like, well, we all equally can't stand them son of a guns.
Well,
Yeah.
then it's
Get off
like,
my planet. Get back. Everyone's a redneck now.
Is
Get off my planet. Go back to freaking wherever you came from.
well, I mean,
You
it's-
Martian?
Get back to Mexico.
I'm not a Martian. No, whatever you are, I don't care.
I mean, as bright as there are some people, that have been able to kind of build interplanetary travel,
Yeah.
still, like, people at their core are still very tribal.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yep.
it's like, you like that team, I hate you because you like that team.
Yeah.
I hate you because you're from a different state, I hate you because you're from a different country.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, now it's on an interstellar level, and you're like, now it's, we're on this planet, and you're from a different planet, so now it's our planet versus your planet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just scales up, right?
Well, and maybe they're smart enough to stay away because
Team
they
Blue
know we
Rock.
can't even handle our own stuff,
yeah.
right?
Team Blue Rock all day, baby. Team Blue Rock.
No travel agents allowed.
You're from Jupiter? I heard about you guys.
But some things to
Terrible lungs on Jupiter.
How long does it take a round trip around the world? I
2
mean,
lifetimes.
like-
3 years.
thousands of years, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3,000 years or something silly like that.
Or I mean, remember Interstellar? Like, what if you go to one of these planets?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
So you need to see Commando. I need to see this movie because my brother and my siblings and friends, everybody's like, you'll love that movie, Juan. Da, da, da.
Oh, man,
I will.
it's-
Well, yeah,
You'll love
like
Commando.
not giving too much away, but there's a certain planet. Like, if you're down there for an hour, it's the equivalent of like 5-10 years to us. So,
I think they come back up and like 50 years have passed.
right, but to them, it's just been like
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
like-
hours. Like, it's craziness. So
Interesting.
that would be something to consider if you're traveling to another planet. Like, is there any of those type of implications?
Interesting.
Yeah, man. Especially if they get
And they
into,
maintain their youth. It's not like
suspend
something
animation.
like changed physically.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah,
It was like to do with gravity.
I get it.
It's like you walk.
It was like they were like circling a black hole or something, and then the planet was closer.
Yeah,
to
it
the
was
black
trippy.
hole.
That's something I need to revisit.
Time being
Yeah.
relative.
They use that kind of concept a little bit in the bomb movie that wasn't that great, but I enjoyed very much, called John Carter.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And basically, John Carter, he's from Earth.
Yep.
So the gravity is different in Mars. So he's basically Jesus in Mars.
Right.
He can jump across the freaking planet.
Right.
He can, our muscle tone and stuff, because we've been under
It's like
so much
Superman,
weight.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
basically, humans are, superhuman there,
Right. Right.
is the idea.
Right.
I could do it.
I can dig it.
But some of the highlights from this subcommittee hearing they had was, well, one, they're saying UAPs, which okay, and then the reason for having the committee was over concerns of potential threats against military and civilian aircrafts, and then they wanted the federal government to report UFO sightings to the public and military. And this will be the first of many hearings, and they want to encourage more reporting and studies of UAPs. I like UFOs better, but they always got to change it, right?
I
You
can't
don't
wrap
get what
around
you
the
want.
P word. The P.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, on the
We'll just say
Fine.
UFOs. It's more catchy, right?
flying, whatever,
Right, right.
possibilities.
Now, experts who have debunked these claims have said, well, they could be balloons, drones, optical illusions, blinking lights from commercial planes. The Pentagon reports no evidence that UFOs are alien activity, which, that's understandable, but they don't rule it out. So, testimony of unexplained object sightings by whistleblowers. One was David Crush. He was a U.S. intelligence official, actually still is, I believe. And he said certain federal government possess UFOs, interviewed 40 witnesses over 4 years. Some have recovered non-human biologics from crash sites. Non-human instead of calling them alien. They like to, say that because that would freak you out too, right? They become aware of the multi-decade Pentagon program, which they have tried to reconstruct UFO crashes and collect information from that. And it's bankrolled by misappropriation of funds, funds that are for other programs. And of course, more details on that are classified. He himself hasn't seen a UFO. I'm just going to say UFO. But he has many coworkers that have been injured by them, probably pilots, I'm assuming, from aeronautics crashes and so on. Couldn't disclose more in-depth details, but him and his wife have witnessed some very disturbing things. So Ryan Graves is a Navy pilot, and he said pilots don't feel adequately briefed on UFOs, are not prepared to respond to an encounter. Commercial airline pilots have spotted them too. There's a stigma, silencing pilots who fear professional repercussions, which makes sense. You don't want to lose your job, but it's like I saw something.
I don't think it's just job loss.
Oh, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. It could be threat to life, of course. Government questioning eyewitnesses' credibility. Witnesses are dismissed as cranks and conspiracy theorists. So Ryan Graves formed a group that pushes for policy changes, requires full disclosure from military and government agencies, whether we get it or not. But, David Fravor, he was a former Navy commander. He, along with 3 pilots, spotted a white tic-tac shaped object in 2004. Hell of an advertisement campaign. I think Dave was part of that.
Guerrilla marketing.
Giant balloon, tic-tac.
That's what I was going to ask about.
It hovered below their jets over the Pacific Ocean. I think I've seen footage of this.
But that's. I don't mean to stop you, but that's what I was wondering, because I was going to bring that up. I'm like, how did it get over the Pacific? Like, we are known to. You didn't get clearance for that. The fact it made it through our country. That's why.
Or it could have appeared out of nowhere, because that's how it.
Well, no, they said it was from China. That's the claim. That's what the government claimed. So what I'm saying is, like,
we're in trouble then.
Then my friends, like, I was at an actual barber shop, and like, he has a screen in the barber room, and so like everybody was watching it, and he asked me, "What do you think it is, Juan?" And I was like, "I don't think that's from our planet." So he's like, "Are you saying it's alien?" I was like, "I just don't think it's."
Then they closed the shop.
I don't think it would get that far. I just don't think it. I don't see how it could get that far onto dry land when we saw it come from the Pacific, and we're claiming if it's something human, we shoot things like that.
Perhaps it can teleport where it wants to go.
Ooh, now that is awesome.
Because
there was more than one, wasn't it?
Well, in this case, I think it was just one. But as they descended to get a closer look, they said, or he said, that there was no visible rotors, wings, or exhausts, and it started to approach his jet, and then it vanished and appeared seconds later, 60 miles away. So it had like incredible maneuver capability, and that's why I'm telling, like, it could be
like a big
teleport.
What if it's just aliens per se haven't visited this one, but they have visited Earth in a different, another universe, right? So there's like different universes. It's like
Multiverses. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So like, what if it was there, but then you always have those kind of shifts between the different universes, like
like the Mandela effect, kind of.
Yeah. So like there'd be bleeding through from another one. So the craft is there because it just bled through from another one.
They messed up Ed McMahon, and that bothers me.
There was.
I'm talking about the Mandela effect.
There was.
Oh, I was like, they were talking about Commando again.
No, that's just.
No, but there was a time where we took a trip to South Dakota, and this was when we had film. We used film for pictures, and my stepmom took pictures over pictures, like didn't realize the film was already used, and when they developed it, it was trippy. Like, yeah, it was like images bled through, like we were at an airplane museum or something, but you could see like scenery, kind of watermarked. It was really cool, but that just kind of reminded me of that. Yeah.
There was a guy I saw like a short, like a YouTube short, and he basically had a phone, one of those earlier phones with the camera, and he would put it up next to the TV, and it would show, I don't know what he was watching, it would show something in the phone, but then when he put it down, it'd be like normal on the television. And he's like, yeah, in this time, I don't know if it was a show from the past or something like that, and it showed something else, but the only thing I'll say about the Mandela effect is, I mean, we both know, I mean, we all know that Ed McMahon was associated with what?
Publishers Clearinghouse.
He's never been associated with it.
I know. We've done this before. But
I know we did an episode on it.
No, yeah. No, but from my knowledge, it was him and Dick Clark. Both had something to do with Publishers Clearinghouse.
Nothing.
They did.
You think it's just, I agree with you, but that's just my stubbornness. Like,
No, I'm saying it did. I'm just saying it's probably there's two likelihoods of what's going on. Is A, it's a simulation,
Yeah, I've heard that theory. That's nuts.
right? And so,
I'm on a DVD.
yeah,
Sweet.
or there's a kind of a bleeding effect between the multiverse.
Yeah.
I think it's all of the above. I think anything that is possible can happen. If we're taking in the concept of quantum physics.
Well,
So, like,
and I
yeah.
think like Neil deGrasse Tyson put it best because he was like, if we built AI that's smart enough to build its own simulation within that AI, and then that AI gets to a point where it's so smart, it builds a simulation, and then it just kind of cascades down. The chances of us being in the original
AI programming, the Matrix.
where you were the original to program the first AI is close to
Maybe we
close
created
to improbable.
ourselves. Maybe the AI.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's
rotation.
like, so like if this whole AI thing coming out right now, we just created AI is huge right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where's it going to be in 10 years? Is it
love it.
going to produce its own simulation inside of its own programming? And therefore, then all of a sudden you have all this new simulations. So, is
I
it like
think AI is
honestly,
taking us away from each other.
I think it's more likely that.
But I like it.
I think we're more likely in a simulation than there are aliens that have come from other planets.
Well, they did say that there's another concept. So those characters that we depict as aliens, the Greys, with the big eyes and the big head,
They were like,
they're from the future, supposedly, and they're us, and this is what we decayed into. And then the idea is
Global
they're
warming.
time traveling back to stop us from going the route they went.
Is that why they're doing tests? They're trying to figure out how
That's
to.
why they're doing the.
in
They're
some
trying to
things-
figure out a cure for them to become like that.
In some things, they've been successful, but it was things that they didn't want to change, like the Publishers Clearinghouse,
Well,
or how Flintstones is spelled,
they
or Bernstein Bears.
That's clearly,
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Josh. That's clearly
Two
a middle
spellings,
finger.
and
No,
people-
there's-
It's clearly a
there's
middle
just
finger to me because I love Ed McMahon, and he's a part of Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah.
That was a bond between me and my grandmother.
Yeah.
So
I was
yes.
always mad at him for
So
not
I'm mad
coming
at
to
the
my
Grays.
house with a giant check.
Yeah, I went to check.
Yeah.
I was
are
mad
you?
at him and Dick Clark.
So they did
for-
that. They're like, "Hey,
nearly
this
put
is
my
for
grandma
Juan.
in
We're doing that to
bankruptcy."
Juan. We're gonna mess up Cliff." I already know. If I see a gray, bop.
So let me ask you this then: how is Flintstones spelled?
Well, offhand, I don't recall, but I think it's not necessarily the spelling. It's like, there's
Flint and then stones, right?
yeah, I think it's how
Is it
many.
two words or one?
It's one.
Right.
It's how many T's are
Like
in
a
it.
flint.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an image I've seen, and it's like if you look at both of them, you're like,
I know
I
there's
can
the
see them
Barons-
both being the true one.
There's
you know?
Berenstain Bears and then Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
Well, there's an interesting theory about the Flintstones. The Flintstones and the Jetsons, both Hanna-Barbera,
Yeah.
happened at the
feature.
same time.
Yeah.
No, they happened at the same time. The poor people live on the ground, and the wealthy people live above ground. Because they've had a crossover episode.
I've never heard that.
Have you heard that Dark Jetsons math?
No, but this sounds awesome.
Oh God!
Who doesn't love Rosie?
They were talking about like the dad and the mom, right?
Right.
They were saying, that he was like, he's this age,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she's this age, and the daughter is this age, right? So he's like, so he does the math, and he's like, she was like 16 or something when she had the daughter, and he was like in his 20s. And he's like, oh, it's like, oh, and he's like, Jetsons is messed up.
Oh, George Jetson,
He should have
you,
went to jail at some.
you devil, you.
Well, that kind of stuff's legal.
Well, no, that's actually an episode they had. That's true. Like the Jetsons fell onto
Really?
the ground level,
Wow.
What?
and that's how they met the Flintstones.
Oh, isn't that how like that little weird alien creature guy, the little space guy?
Yeah, I know you're talking about the little green guy.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like not Marvin the Martian, but he kind of floats and
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was with the Jetsons, and then he was with the Flintstones too. It does happen at the same time.
it's not future and past. It's poor people just didn't evolve,
That's crazy.
and
Wow.
the dinosaurs never died. I guess.
The rich people just went up.
Simulation.
UFO.
Again, you guys are welcome. You've cracked every code there is.
Oh, the government's coming for us.
Come, challenge us.
Not me.
Well, not Josh.
I can't back it up.
But we'll fix it for you.
But the good news is the Pentagon, after all this the hearings, they have launched a UFO website that will be be available to everyone to look at the declassified information, and it's also ran by All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office (AARO). So it's under the Department of Defense. So
Cool.
you'll be able to report sightings. This is
Oh,
for
that's like a complaint center.
kind of, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or, just a suggestion, crazy idea. We take the money that they were using for that and invest that in healthcare for everyone.
No, that makes way too much sense, Dave. Get out of
Let's
here.
look at stuff that
You
we
with
can't
your
explain.
morality and
Now, if these crafts were like body parts,
caring
hearts,
for
and
others.
so on,
scram with that, bro.
Shut
Get
up.
out of Get out of here with that silliness.
What is this, socialism?
What are you talking about? Nobody wants to do that.
You're a dumb person.
Yeah.
but on this site there'll be photos and videos after things are declassified, of course, and it'll be launching the reporting tool. Allows current and former U.S. government employees, service member, and contractors to report on UFOs. And then the purpose of the site, of course, is for detection, tracking, and analysis that sticks to scientific and intelligence standards. So,
You know who we've got to get on this podcast.
Neil deGrasse Tyson? I don't think we can afford him.
No,
Not today.
That too.
Not today?
Phil.
Yeah?
Phil worked for the NSA.
Okay. Follow-up episode.
Oh, we said in part 2.
No, but so
We need to film it at a
so
parking
the
garage.
dynamics in the office, right? So Phil's former Army Ranger worked for the NSA,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he's always listening and going on about like conspiracy theories.
Sweet.
And then Nick over here is a total stoner. And Nick, the NSA guy, is talking to Nick about all these conspiracy theories, and Nick's just, stop it. He's like, I don't know what I can believe anymore. Because I'm like, if anyone in this office knew what was going on, it's the guy who worked for the NSA.
Oh, my God.
Damn, that's a good point.
Right? So he's going off about conspiracy theory. You'd love him. He's awesome.
That's cool. We'll have to get
Please wear the tinfoil hat. Please.
Oh, 100%.
Please. No, I want someone
I will.
who literally wears it. You don't count. It's not the same.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you're already.
You don't
mentally
believe, Dave. You don't believe. This is entertainment to you. For me, I see. Even your son, but I gotta. I might entertain that.
He'll buy into it.
Yes, Dave is mini me is next to him, so But yeah, I think like
I don't know. Like, I'm a skeptic, so it's like I'm either or. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there is some weirdness for sure. Don't know what it is, but yeah, of course, I don't want to go into fantasy land like aliens. Yay, ET phone home.
I think they're here. I think they've been here. I think they did it. I just think that
I think
they realize we're assholes. I really do. I really do. I think they realize they're assholes and are like, if we expose ourselves too much to these guys, they'll murder us.
If their technology is so superior, they're of course watching us before they're going to make any contact.
Well,
Right.
you know, I mean,
I have a belief that we as human beings are the strongest in the universe, physically.
really?
I think we're
What if
kind
there's a
of.
planet where there are rocks?
No, I still think we're strong.
Like Groot.
I don't know if it's the gravity thing or blah blah blah. Amongst ourselves, we seem normal. Like we are Krypton.
Mm-hmm.
To us, it's like you're on Krypton. No one's special.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know, but
But
then-
like if you live on a planet further from the sun,
yes, then it's like, holy smoke! Like this dude can pick up the planet. He is freaking Goku. He is Superman or whatever the heck, right? So,
or I wouldn't want to be Omni-Man because that guy's a dick.
but we are
Yeah. No, I think
As a
I
group?
feel like
a species.
I mean, yeah, it kind of checks out because they were kind of like us,
Yeah,
just kill everyone until like
We are
the-
that.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I
we're
don't-
writing our own
well,
story. We're kind of
well,
telling the universe
Are
who
we
are.
are we saying like Americans or just like
Oh,
generally
Americans,
speaking?
we're just the most of all human beings.
Well, if you look at the
Really?
movies,
essential.
No, I
That's the
will
only-
say
that's
that
the
I
only
will say
place-
there are some peak Americans.
Yes.
where you're like,
every
wow,
UFO
they
movie,
are.
alien movie, it's always America they come at, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
always the ones that like deal with it.
They gotta take out the head, man. They gotta take us out because we the ones that's gonna fight back. We the ones
Without
that,
thinking.
yeah. You don't hear this about like Canada, but you guys in North America, right?
Yeah, we got our own shit going on.
You got you-
Have you read Frankenstein? He ends up there.
He ends up there.
Yeah, he ends up in
It's
Canada.
peaceful.
He wasn't. He was mad.
Got an offspring up there. Eh?
Did he learn French?
Hockey. He learned hockey.
He was in.
He's just in a Montreal cafe.
That's where it came from. Yeah, I really think that though. I think we're like the strongest around. I think.
Calgary, Alberta
starting to
has
think that.
Alberta has Wolverine.
Yeah.
We also have
you guys Wolverine.
we also have Santa
Vikings.
The Sentinels, a little guy made it.
What? Santa Claus?
The Sentinels.
In the movie.
In the movie.
Yeah, not in the.
Yeah, but like Wolverine is from Alberta.
That makes sense. He ended up in Japan.
He went everywhere. He was around for a while.
Yeah. He's been
Anyways,
around. But yeah, I think that. Yeah, I just think that. I think they are here. I think they've been here. I think there are places they won't allow us to go as a whole, where they're interacting with them. Everything that's done in film, I think, is a glimpse into some form of truth. So if you look at Men in Black, if you look into Hellboy, if you look into all those different things where you got these government
Yeah.
facilities that take care of things that we may have never seen,
Men in Black.
oh yeah.
suicide squads and all
Oh,
types of
100%.
stuff. Where, because I said it on a different show with you, I'm the first to tell you I don't believe our government tells us everything.
No.
Nor should they.
You're naive to think that. So
Well, that's one of the questions, all right. And I know you have some questions right there we can go over. But like, yeah, they're talking about you can report the information as you see, and should you be able to know what's being reported and so on. Like, can we as a society handle that better now than
No.
no,
no,
nope.
I think
No,
we're,
you look at
I
every
think we're the
president.
most aggressive we've ever been in all of history.
Yeah,
I think you take every president who actually kind of was a serious president, and you look at when they go in, and then when they come out, they're a different dude.
Dark haired to gray haired.
Oh yeah,
Every time.
Like the amount of stuff that you know that's got to be just destroying you. Like, oh my god.
Well, did you ever hear the Bill Hicks joke? The comedian Bill Hicks.
Hicks is funny.
Oh God, he says He says, like, the first day they take you in and show you the Kennedy assassination from a whole other angle. And then you're like, there you go. So, yeah, everyone trying to change things, like, yeah.
Oh, dude, nobody can know everything.
No.
Like, I honestly, if there's one thing the government needs to do, above all, is just kind of keep shit to themselves, because the rest of us could not handle it, right? Like,
Right.
I've seen people in Starbucks losing it because their latte's the wrong temperature.
Oh, I know.
Like, if you really knew what was going on in the world, just even on a global basis, even on a national basis, they'd be losing their mind.
Do you think that's actually them trying to be nice to us? Let me make this make sense. Dumbing us down on purpose, because
Yeah.
the intelligent ones would be like, holy shit, do you see like this, and this? But the average person's like, it's nothing.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Like, they're not that bright. So what I'm saying is,
Or they're just there like,
it's not like a protection
I'm gonna
deal.
post on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's like that. That's
they
the
messed up my latte.
Yeah. Oh, I see an alien. I'm gonna take an Instagram.
Post submitted. I'm going to take the day
How
off.
many likes can I get?
Yeah.
I bet I'm gonna get 10,000 likes for this alien pic. Here we go. If you met an alien who was obsessed with human pop culture, what would be the first thing they would ask you about?
Oh shit! Probably if I was a Swiftie.
A Swiftie?
Yeah, like if I was into T Swift. Taylor
Are
Swift.
they aliens?
Are they aliens?
Are
If they're
the Swifties aliens?
oh, well, I'm sure.
I know a few Swifties,
Do you?
like very well.
Yeah.
I know a guy for sure.
Well, I'm just
that's
saying, if the alien's
obsessed.
super into pop culture,
She can
that's-
bring worlds together with her music.
She actually
She'd probably
beat
write
on-
a song.
She beat on all the movies. Her movie pre-sales like crazy right now.
She's in the movie.
She did like one of those like follow me on tour type things. I'm thinking,
Oh, a documentary movie.
you know,
Yeah.
that thing's outselling some of the biggest
Yeah,
movies of the year.
because probably people can't afford to go see her concert. They can just watch the
Whatever it
movie.
takes. I mean, like you're beating out Mission Impossible. You're doing something right.
Hey man, she's figured out what to do, and I'm not gonna fall.
The chick
for
is
it.
smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swifties. I think they would ask, Swifties. What do you think, Josh? Pop culture wise.
What they would ask me about pop culture? Or,
What do you think they would ask?
oh gosh, maybe they they would ask about our humor or something. You know, like with SNL or any skit show. Like they probably wouldn't even understand it, and they'd have to explain that to them. Like, because comedy's something that not everyone has the same taste in. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, gosh, there's so many things, movie genres, especially about them coming to see us, and most of them are not, too fond of them, and we make them out to be the enemy. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'd be about that. Like, why are we so evil in your eyes, or something? But I don't have the answer for that.
Maybe they don't evaluate evil.
Just hysteria. It's hysteria after the war. We had,
Freedom fries.
Freedom fries. What would be the most embarrassing thing to say to an alien?
Are you gonna kill us?
I don't know. I think that's a justified question. I don't think that's embarrassing.
Is that one you really want to? It's like asking a mobster.
I think I would just say, like, where do you pee out of? I think that's embarrassing. And
I'd want to actually following up on that, seeing how they've traversed the galaxy. I would like to know if they're like what their toilet game, like what their toilet technology
are you
is.
just dumping it in space?
Well, no, but we're sending rovers to Mars, and I'm still wiping my ass with a bit of paper, right? There has to be there's a technology gap, right? I mean, yeah, we've got bidets, but I'd like
3 seashells.
yeah.
Maybe they only have to use the restroom once every 1,000 years or something like that.
Fantastic.
I know. You'd just be full of Dun, 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 dun.
Well, imagine that. Like, imagine that.
Or like flying across the galaxy. You're like, oh, where's the next gas station?
Well, imagine storing it, right?
Three
And you're
light
like,
years
hey, we're gonna go to the beach. I need to lose 20 pounds. Ugh. Then I'm in shape.
Like, oh my god. Yeah, I would be interested if they were humanoid, right? And I'd fit, you learn they poop like us. Then you'd be like, how do you clean up? Because I am actively interested in that.
What if the answer is, what do you mean by clean up?
Oh god.
Right? Yeah.
We just chafe.
What's chafing?
They're like horses. They just drop it and walk on.
Oh,
I'm just saying, what do you mean by clean up? Like,
you know what? If I could, I'd shit like a wombat.
we reuse it. What? Wait. Pump the brakes. What do you mean? We reuse it. We reuse it.
And fuel. Just, that would make sense.
I'm gonna move on to the next.
Okay, next question.
That's what I'm saying.
Or it's just a circle. They just keep eating it and shitting it.
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm saying. They
like a
reuse it.
rabbit.
Yeah. Soft serve.
No.
What would be the worst way to introduce Earth to an alien civilization? Dave, you have the floor.
This is Walmart.
Yeah, I was actually very similar. I was going to say like an episode of Jerry Springer,
Oh,
which
gosh.
is basically Walmart talk show.
Yeah. That would have been
Walmart
great
is where
sponsor for
dreams
that show.
die, isn't it? It's the place where dreams die, where hope is just dead.
Oh, Jerry Springer.
Hope dies.
Oh,
at
Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have my feelings about Walmart, and yeah, it's not a judgment on any individual. It's just like the overall. Yeah, I think that's a terrible idea.
I've
We'll
never
introduce
seen
it.
anybody there that has looked like happy.
Yeah, it's where
Like
dreams die.
generally, yeah. Like you're not. I've never seen anyone.
There's
that
no
was like,
pride. Target, they're happy. That's why I go to Target.
No, there's happy people there. It's like 1 out of 50.
What if?
Yeah, but they've been probably drinking a bunch of Lysol.
They're probably just grabbing some chips real quick and getting the hell out of there. It's not a long stay. I'm not really shopping.
Give me
here,
some
guys.
Great Value chips and I get the hell out of here.
Let me get some of that grape drink.
The
I didn't see
purple drink.
There's some of that purple stuff.
The Sunkist commercial. It's like we got cola, we got purple drink.
Some of that purple stuff.
That's a good stuff. It's got that OxyClean in it.
Yeah, I think if you just left the alien in front of Walmart, everything you want to know about human beings is past those doors.
Ah, pretty well.
Yeah, but what if you take them to a Target? Like, is this the good side of humanity?
You know what Target does? Target's like
Great.
it's the middle child. It's like it's the older brother of Walmart. It's like oh well, I'm not that bad.
Are they simulations?
The Walmart people,
You know what? I feel like it's like
Sims.
Walmart is like eating like ramen out of a packet,
Yeah,
and then Target's like eating udon noodles,
those are delicious.
right? But it's like you feel a bit classier eating a bit of udon than you
yeah.
do like a little bit of ramen.
Yeah.
You're like ramen, man. I feel like I'm back in college and I didn't have any money. And then you're like, you sit down with like a big old bowl of udon. You're like, oh yeah, like
So-
I'm classy.
So the mall,
AF.
so the mall must be like Fazoli's or something, right?
Sparrow.
You guys don't have Fazoli's. It's like this fast food Italian food, but it's really good, by the way. I worked there as a kid.
But yeah, so I would say Walmart is ramen and Target is udon. Similar, but
Then the mall is Fazoli.
fast food Italian.
Yeah, it's good though. What would be the best way to prank an alien?
Tow their spaceship.
Total it?
Tow it. Just to the impound lot. And then tell them, try to explain to them how they can get it back.
I like where you're going with that. I think like almost like Ferris Bueller. Like take it out, put some new freaking miles on it.
Oh, and then put it in reverse and like reverse the miles.
Exactly. And then wreck it.
Like, oh shit.
And like, Ak, I know that I said I wasn't going to.
Hawk.
He's got to have some odd name.
Hawk
Or
and
it's
Skippy.
Ocular.
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 Ocu.
Welcher.
Ocu.
Bushlight Peach.
Oh.
Prank.
Maybe they brought
I
it
think I'd
here.
be too afraid to prank them. I'd have to get to know them a lot more. Well, you could do the thumb trick. You know, like act like you. You know what I'm talking about?
I like what you're doing, but I would take it the next step over just to be annoyed. I got your nose.
If they have a nose,
Like the old.
Well, you didn't have one, but still, you know, you get the concept.
you could be like, you got something on your face, and then just keep rubbing
I got
it.
you. I think I would prank him by. Yeah, I think I would do the Ferris Bueller thing. I think I would
Yeah.
take that or take
Just, you know, it would be Flight of the Navigator meets Ferris Bueller.
Oh wow!
That's a movie I want
Better
to see.
yet, wrap their ship in Nexus 6 advertisement.
TP it.
Slap a sticker on it so they can go home and advertise there.
TP it. TP their ship.
All the Navy pilots be like, we see this Nexus 6,
And it's covered
and
in
it's
toilet
gone.
paper.
And it comes
covered in
back.
toilet paper?
Yeah.
There's a plethora of things you can do to aliens.
Dave's back at the office like, hello? Yeah, hold. Hello, hold. Hello, hold. Man, there's so much more customers. From other planets. Need a dialect coach, right?
Yeah, aliens. I think they'd be fun.
So I think the thing, maybe we can kind of wrap up on
Yeah.
this. There's a quote that says, even if a lion could speak English, we still wouldn't understand each other. And it's the concept that even if we speak the same language, our points of reference and experiences are so completely different, we wouldn't be able to even understand each other. So I think ultimately, if there are aliens, that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Is we have so many different points of reference that
Right.
there's no way we could actually possibly communicate.
Yeah. Not in our lifetime, right?
Maybe that's their way of communicating.
Maybe we're not destined to communicate with them. It's just
No, I'm saying like
maybe it's the next plane of
they
existence
like reach
after
your
this.
mind
Who
and they're like,
knows?
oh, that's
Yeah.
what's going on. They like put
Yeah.
a tentacle in your ear, and you're like,
Or somewhere else.
oh. Yeah, tough break about that 10th grade debate you lost.
Oh, God.
Whoa, I don't even remember that. What?
Get out of my brain!
You know, literally get out of my freaking ear. Get out of my brain, bro. Maybe that's, I'm saying like, I'm going to give them the credit of being somewhat more advanced. Because I do have the theory of we're stronger physically. And I think as humans, we put more investment in our physical attributes compared to possibly other life forms putting more investment in their mental. That's just a thought. It's a thought. There's no science to back any of that stuff up, but I'm just saying. Just a thought. It's like, okay,
You could get within an arm's reach, you could mess them up.
mess that tentacle up. That tentacle is off.
Well, with that said, more to come on this topic, I'm sure, and of course more when we come back. We'll be talking about the Purge, I believe,
Yes.
which Juan's going to do on the aliens for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm purging all of you.
He's going to get a big ladder, go up to the ship, knock on it, get some OxyClean.
Hey, you guys been camping out here in my backyard
Just like,
for a month now, and
It's Purge time.
you got to give me some rent, and that hasn't happened, bro.
ding dong, edible arrangements.
Hey, send Ock out. Send Ock out.
Like actual edible.
I don't even talk to you, buddy. I don't even talk to you. I don't even know you like that.
Take
send
this.
Ock out. Ock. Let's go to Walmart. Let's have a conversation.
Well, if you're out there, aliens, we come in peace. I'm Josh.
I'm Juan. We do come in peace. I'm just. Hey.
And I'm Dave.
See you next time. Take care.
Peace.